Hey guys, I hope you all are doing good. So I have something very important to share with you today. So normally when I do a prop firm video thing, I always show you guys the profit split and how I'm getting my profit out. But today I want to show you guys something different, and I just want to show you guys my account while it's still in the drawdown phase. And this is not just like a minor drawdown thing, this is a drawdown across all my accounts. So I'm currently sat in a very deep drawdown on most of my accounts, and again, it's just being transparent with you guys because you don't see blues on the chart every time, you don't get profit withdrawals every time. There's certain periods when I'm sat down in a drawdown, like a really deep drawdown, and I think it's very important to show you guys as well and show you guys how I managed my positions or my trading psychology and stuff during this period. Now if you've watched my videos, you know I say this almost every time. My win rate is around 27 to 30%. So majority of the times I'm sat in the drawdown. And I think this is a better time for me, like this is the best time for me to show you guys my account during this drawdown phase. Because let's say next week or the week after, once I start taking trades again, I might take this account out of the drawdown thing, and it might make it difficult for me to show you guys this period or this phase of my trading. So I'm going to go straight into the dashboard thing. I have funded accounts with different prop firms, and I just want to show you guys something and explain certain things. It's very important, so just give me a second and let's start right here. Alright guys, so this is the first account one, and this is my 50k account with Blue Guardian. To show you guys something real quick, so the start date on this one, I think it was July of 2024. So I've been trading this account for some time now, so this is not just me taking an account from a month and let's just say trading it and having this account blown. Now this is an account I've been holding for quite some time, and I've had withdrawals on this account already. So now the first thing, I've explained this a couple of times, when you go like down, let me show you. So you look down on this account right here, the only thing I'm trading on this account is the S&P 500. So once I show you guys the drawdown thing on most of these accounts, you will see how important it is trading just one pair on a single account. So going off of this now, I have just the S&P. So this is the account I'm trading the S&P 500 on. Now one important thing I want to show you guys is you might see a series of losses right here, like multiple losses, loss after loss and stuff like this. So the first thing is with this prop firm, like with Blue Guardian, so recently when I take a position, you know I'm risking, let's say, just 1% on a 50k account, that's $500. So I'll split this position into three. So I'll do, let's say, 200 for one position, 150 for the other two positions. So if you see like the loss here is 100, 194, 144. So all three trades like this is a single trade idea, and you look at all these three, it's a single trade idea as well. So the reason I'm doing this with this prop firm or these guys is because they have different trade management systems or different rules around, let's say, news trading and stuff like that. So if I have like split positions, it's easy for me to manage the positions. I might close one when it's, let's say, in profit. I might move my stops to break even on one, and I'll probably just keep one running. And I do it just with these guys because their rules is a little bit, I don't know, I don't like it. So I have to look at different ways to manage my position. So that's why I'm splitting this. But if you look at this, I have 1, 2, 3. So this right here is just a single trade idea, and that was a loss. So the reason I'm showing you this is because I have multiple losses, and you might think, oh, I've gone close to the 7%, or let's say the 7th losing trade, and that's not the case. It's just me splitting one trade idea into multiple positions. So going off of this now, let's come back up here and let's see. There's something else I want to show you guys, and let's see right here. So the current drawdown on this account is right here, minus 3.23%. So this account, I'm only trading the S&P 500 as I told you guys, and I'm down minus 3.2%. If I was trading all pairs on this account, I'll probably be sat on the drawdown of about 6-7%, or maybe 8% even, so very close to losing the account. So because I'm trading just one pair on this account, it's very easy. So this is a drawdown of -3%. It means I've taken 3 trades and I've lost, let's say, 3 consecutive losses on the S&P 500, and that's fine because at -3% I can get in, let's say, with another single position, and it's going to take me out of the drawdown thing. So this is very important, and I had to show you guys this so you see as well. It doesn't look beautiful all the time, so there's certain periods when I go into drawdown. So if you look at my balance right here, so my balance is currently sat at about 48,300. So you can see like everything is right there, and you have the drawdown thing on this account. So I can refresh this so you know it's a real account thing. Alright guys, so that's it for the S&P 500, and I can show you guys the same one for NAS 100, and I'll explain certain things again. So let's go on to this one right here. So let's look at the NAS 100 account. Alright guys, so I'll show you guys the trades as well, and you see the same thing I did with the trade management thing. So if you look on this account, I'm only trading NAS 100 on this account, so everything is NAS 100. And if you can recall, like during the previous weeks, the market focus and everything, I was very bullish on the S&P and NAS 100 and stuff like that before price started breaking out of those trend lines. So that's why you see mostly buy positions. And again, when I do the market focus thing, I'm taking these trades. I'm not just doing the market focus thing and I'm not taking the trades or the positions. You can look at the time as well, the opening times. So this is 10th of January and stuff like that, 2nd January 2025. So after having my profit split in December and I started trading in January, it's really been shaky. It's been a bumpy ride for me. So I haven't had like proper setups in January, but that's okay again, as I told you guys. So look at this one, 3 positions or everything. This is -1 for me, 1 2 3. Again, this is just a single trade idea, so you might see multiple trades, but it's just a single trade idea. But the important thing is I'm just trying to show you, you can see right here, that's a drawdown thing for me. So on this account, on my NAS account, let's see, I'm down, where is it? Let's go up. So on the NAS account thing right here, I'm down 2.21%. Now the same principle, the same thought process, I need one simple trade, like one good trade, and it's gonna take me out of this drawdown, bring me to break even, and eventually get in a payout. So it's very important for you to know your trading system. It's important to know when you go into drawdowns, and this is one of them phases when I'm in a drawdown. I can tell you, I know when I get into a situation like this, and I know how to come out of a situation like this. I mentioned this last time, when you get in a drawdown, you need to have something called a rescue play. So a rescue play for me is a setup I look for when I'm deep in drawdowns. So my S&P account is in, let's say, -3%. My NAS account is in a -2%. So I'll be looking for a rescue play. Now with my rescue plays, this will probably give me, it's one trade idea. I'm still gonna risk 1%, but this has the potential to give me, let's say, 4 to 5% minimum. So as like the minimum risk to reward is like 4 to 5%. So this setup doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, it has a potential to give you, let's say, 4 to 5%. And it's the same thing that's currently playing out on gold right now. If you watch the market focus thing again, the setup you see me taking, or the setup I've taken on gold, that's a rescue play setup. So those kind of setups, like when you hold them, you can hold it, let's say, for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and it can get you out of any drawdown. So it's something I've done a couple of times. So on NAS and the S&P, I'll be looking for this rescue play, and I know what the rescue play thing is going to take me out of the drawdown. So now you can learn from this, because when you get in a drawdown, you don't have to panic. You need to understand your drawdowns. You need to understand when you get into these drawdowns, and you need to understand how to navigate out of the drawdowns. So when I look at my statement and I see periods like this, I'm not even bothered, because I know with one trade idea, like one good trade idea, I can clean this up. All right, guys, so now let's look at the other account. So this is the S&P 500 and this was NAS 100. So two different accounts, just one pair on all these accounts. So I'm going to show you guys another prop firm thing. So let's look at, I think, FundedNext. All right, guys, so here's my FundedNext account and here's a 100K account on FundedNext right here. So let's look at this. So with this account, I'm currently sat in a drawdown of minus 2.41%. And again, it's just the same thing. On this account, I'm trading just one pair and I'm not trading multiple pairs on this account. So on this account, I'm trading just the NAS 100. So the important thing again, look at the balance. I'm down currently at 97,587 and my loss on this account is minus 2,400. Same process, same thought process and everything. I understand what's happening because the account might be different, so the account size might be different, but I'm taking the same trade setup. So if I'm taking a hit on my 50K account thing where I'm trading NAS 100, I'm taking the same hit on my 100K account where I'm trading NAS 100 as well. So on this account, I'm currently down minus 2.41%. Now, look at something. This is very important. So if I go back to the Blue Guardian one right here, so on my Blue Guardian account, which is I think NAS 100 as well, I'll show you something real quick. Where is it? Just hold on, I'll show you something real quick. All right, cool. So on this Blue Guardian account, if you look right here, I'm currently down minus 2.21%. So it's the same pair on a different account, so minus 2.21. Now if you look right here on FundedNext, I'm down 2.41%. So even the percentages on different accounts is not exactly the same, and this is something that's very important. When you trade multiple accounts, you might be sat in a drawdown on one account, let's say minus 3%, but on the second account you're trading the same pair, you might be down, let's say 0.8% or let's say 1%. So you might be struggling on one account, but on the other account you're not really struggling that much. So let's say on the 50K account, let's say I go in a drawdown of maybe 5-6%, I might reduce the number of trades I'm taking on the 100K account, and I'll probably be sat around 3% drawdown. So you can play with these accounts differently. You can use different risk management strategies or approach on these accounts, like just differently. So you can play with these things. It's just the mathematical part of it, and if you understand it, then it becomes very easy. So on the FundedNext account, I'm down minus 2.1%, and the same thing, I'm trading just NAS 100 on this account. So once I see the rescue play, I'll take the rescue play and I'll get in on this position. The same thing on the 50K account, the same thing on the 100K account. So it's going to be the same play, it's going to be the same setup, and if it takes me out of a drawdown on that account, it's eventually going to take me out of this drawdown as well. So you just have to understand what you're trading and what you can do, so it makes it very easy. All right guys, I'll show you guys the 50K account on FundedNext as well. So just give me a second and I'll show you guys a 50K account on FundedNext too. Alright guys, so here's my 50K account on FundedNext, and on this account I'm trading just US 30. So look at this one. So on this account I'm down minus 1% or minus 1.1%. So the same thought process and everything. Now the reason I'm showing you guys this is because on almost all my accounts I'm in a drawdown. So on this one it's small, it's just minus 1%. On the 100K account is 2.4%. When you look at the Blue Guardian one, I'm down. The biggest drawdown for me on the account is, let's say, 3%. So if you look at it across the board, just on Blue Guardian alone, I'm down, let's say, minus 5% on two accounts. When you come to FundedNext, on two accounts as well, 100K account and the other one a 50K account. On this, I'm down minus 1%. The other one was down 2.4%. So let's say I'm down 3 point something percent on this. So you're looking at this and I'm down, let's say, almost 8% already on this account, on all my accounts. So if I had to trade all these pairs on a single account, it's going to be very detrimental to me, because at minus 8% I'm very close to the 10% drawdown limit thing. But because I have these accounts, I have these pairs spread on different accounts, I have different accounts in different prop firms, it's very easy for me to be sat in the drawdown and I'm not even bothered about it, because I know it's easy. Getting out of a drawdown, let's say if I'm down 3%, this is very easy. One good setup, if you have a rescue play, one good setup giving you, let's say, minimum of 4%, it's going to get you out of a drawdown and give you or put you right around plus 1%. So it's very easy, and it's just understanding the game, just understanding the math behind it, and it becomes easy once you understand it. And if you've done this multiple times, it becomes easy as well. Now, if you guys remember, I showed you guys when I did most of my evaluation phases. So when you look at this account right here, it's a FundedNext account. It's not a challenge or an evaluation thing. So this one, it's the FundedNext account already. So when I did the evaluations, phase 1 and phase 2, I told you guys it took me some time. So I was looking at 3 months, 4 months, sometimes even 6 months. I even had an account just in phase 2. It took me almost a year just to get this funded. Now, the reason I'm very confident once I get into a drawdown is because I've been sat in this same phase like this during the evaluation phases. So the way you treat the evaluation phases, or the way you treat the evaluation phases, it has a very big impact once you start trading on this account. Because if you take the evaluation phases and you're just playing with it, you're just joking with it, you might be going through drawdowns and you're not realizing the tweaks you're making. You're not paying attention to the modifications you're doing. You're not paying attention to the good habits you're picking up. So if you take it one step at a time, you're very slow, you're taking it, let's say, one step at a time. During the evaluation phases, you're learning as well. You're picking up these good habits, and once you have your funded account, it becomes very easy for you to go into drawdowns and for you to come out of the drawdowns as well. So this is an example, and I just had to show you guys this period because I think it's very important. And if I don't show you this, I don't have to show you. I could just trade this and come out and show you guys once I have a profit split again, and I show you guys during the profit split and stuff like that. But I decided to show you guys this because everybody goes through periods like this, and most especially for me, telling you guys I have, let's say, a 30% win rate, it means 70% of the time I'm wrong when I do my market focus thing. So the market focus might be correct, I might have the correct direction and everything, but the trade execution and everything might not be correct. So I might be going in too early, or sometimes I'm going in too late. So I might take losses every now and then, but overall, when you look at it like the P&L over time, it's still going to put me in a good spot compared to most people. So it's very important you know your numbers. So this is on the FundedNext account. I think I've shown you guys all on this one. So on FundedNext, I've shown you guys this, shown you guys 2 accounts. Let me see, I can show you guys the last account thing. So let's look at funding traders. So the funding traders one, this is a tricky one because I don't like the dashboard for these guys. The dashboard is the worst dashboard I've seen out there. So same thing on this account. I think I'm down 2% on this one because if you look at the balance right here, I'm currently sat at 49,000. So this one, on this account, I'm trading just gold. So if I did I think I did a video on this showing you guys a payout on this one as well, and I think I've had a couple of payouts on this account as well. So when you look at my balance on this, I was down on this account, let's say 2%. If you look at the equity right now, I'm currently up, let's say I'm 1,000, close to 4%. I'm almost up 4% on this account. Yeah, so it's almost right around 3.8. Let's see. Yeah, so I was down 49,000 and I'm currently up 1,800. So I think I'm up about 4% on this account. So guys, it's just me showing you guys again. And the trade I took on this was a rescue play thing. So if you look at the position on gold right now, I've been holding this position for some time. So let's say if I decide to close this position right here, it's going to close at, let's say, 1,800. and it must have taken me out of this drawdown of -2% and brought me up to this. So it's the same thing. You need to understand what you're doing, you need to understand the numbers, you need to understand everything. Now let me show you guys something. If you decide, let's say I need an account that is easy. So let's say if you decide to go with the prop firm route thing, now you can do it this way. So this is how I've done it, and I think is the easiest way. You could pick, let's say, 4 prop firms. Let's say you have prop firm number 1 here, you have prop firm number 2, you have prop firm number 3, and you have prop firm number 4. So what you can do is, while you're starting, you might decide to go, let's say, with 50k account. So you might decide to go with a 50k account here, 50k here, 50 here, and another 50 here. Now on prop firm number 1, you might pick, let's say, you might decide to start with 2 prop firms. So your prop firm, the first account is maybe on the same prop firm, second account on the same prop firm, but you're just using the same account size. So this is a 50k account, this is a 50k account. Prop firm number 3 and prop firm number 4, you might decide to go with the second prop firm number 3, prop firm number 4, the same thing, 50k, 50k. So when you do something like this, you're splitting your rigs across the prop firms. That's the first thing. So with a system like this, you're splitting your rigs across different prop firms. So if this prop firm, let's say prop firm number 1 and prop firm number 2, which is the same prop firm, if this prop firm goes down, you still have prop firm 3 and prop firm 4, or account number 3 and account number 4 on the same prop firm to play with. Now you can mix this again, so you might decide to go with 4 different prop firms. So prop firm number 1 is completely different from prop firm number 2, number 2 is completely different from prop firm number 3, and number 3 is completely different from prop firm number 4. So once you have 4 different prop firms with different accounts, now you can use the same account size. So let's say 50, 50, 50, 50, and this is just you starting. So now this gives you a total of, let's say, 200k in prop firm funding. Now this is very important. If prop firm number 1 goes down, you have prop firm number 2, 3 and 4 to play with. If prop firm number 2 goes down as well, you have 3 and 4 to play with. And let's say prop firm number 1 goes down. If this prop firm goes down, all you have to do, get a new account, let's say with a different prop firm, and you still have prop firm number 1 coming back in. So at every given time, your rigs is split across multiple prop firms. Now you look at the account sizes, you might decide to do 50k on this, 50k on this, 50k. So you can switch this up as well. Once you get a hang of everything and you understand how these prop firms are operating and everything, you understand your risk management, you understand how you're trading during this period, you might decide to do 100k on one, you might decide to keep this at 50k each, or you might decide to do 100k on maybe 2, maybe another 100k here, and you keep this at 50k, you keep this at 50k. Once you get used to trading, let's say at 100k, you might decide to scale up and do, let's say, 200k. So understand what you're doing. Don't rush into prop firms and you're just doing it crazily. Take your time. Ask the people who've done it before you. Just ask them, how did you pick your prop firms? How do you split your rigs across these prop firms? What accounts are you using on different prop firms? Just understand the thought process behind it, because I think that's the most important thing. It's not important for you to buy the prop firm. It's important for you to buy the prop firm knowing why you're buying it. It's important for you to buy the account size, knowing why you're buying this account size, knowing as well the expectation from each account, because you're not trying to go crazy on each account. Knowing the account size is gonna keep you at a balanced phase where you're not going aggressive and you're not too conservative as well. So you need to know these things. So different prop firms, different accounts and stuff like that. Now you can narrow this down again. So on this 50k account, you might decide to trade just the S&P 500. So on this prop firm, you might decide to trade just the S&P 500. On this prop firm, you might decide to trade NAS 100. On this prop firm, you might decide to trade US 30. And this prop firm right here, you might decide to trade gold on this prop firm. So you see your risks is split across multiple prop firms, not just in terms of the account sizes, not just in terms of the pair you're trading, and not just in terms of the prop firm or the company itself. So you split the risks across different prop firms, you split the risks across different pairs, you split the risks across different account types, and it just makes it easy. It makes it completely different. So this for me has been a game changer, and that's why every time when I show you guys a profit split thing, I'm very confident. I'm like, hey, I was in a drawdown 3%, 4%. I was able to get out of this drawdowns because the accounts are not being stressed. The accounts, I'm just trading the accounts like at a very conservative rate. I'm not stressing this account 1% every now and then. Once I get into a drawdown, I look for the rescue play. So I know the things I'm looking for, I know the things I'm watching out for, and it makes it very easy for me. It makes it very easy for me. So now the question is it possible for me to lose an account? It's very possible. So I could probably go in a drawdown thing and it becomes very difficult for me to come out. So let's say on the Blue Guardian one, let's say I keep going into these drawdowns. So I'm currently sat, I think the highest drawdown I'm sat on currently is 3%. So is there a possibility for me to blow the account? Yes, there's a possibility if I keep taking losing trades. But for that to happen is going to take some time, because I know along the line I'm going to have these rescue players coming up, and it's going to bring me back to break even and probably bringing me back to, let's say, some profits on the account as well. So just understand what you're doing. Take your time and trade with some risk management at the back of your mind as well. So put everything down, look at the mathematical part of it, play with the numbers. It's just a number game, like it's a numbers game. Once you understand what you're doing, it becomes a numbers game, and I don't think it's that complex. It's not that complicated. So you might be losing not because you have a poor system. You're probably just losing because sometimes you have so much stress on a given account. And if you can narrow these things down, just keep it simple, keep it stress-free on this account, you might start seeing results, or you might start seeing returns on these investments as well. All right, guys, so this is what I had to show you guys, and I hope this makes a lot of sense. You've seen my drawdown phase and you've seen everything, and the next time we'll do a video like this, I'll probably show you guys something else, and I hope you learned something from this. Now, make sure you watch the other video on how I got this account funded. I'm going to attach those videos after this. Just watch those videos so you understand. I'm showing you this right now, but I had this account funded, and the tips and the tricks I use in getting this account funded. And right now, I'm in a drawdown phase. So watch those videos so you can understand what I'm explaining right here. And I hope you've learned something from this. And if you have, like, just use the comment section and tell me what you learned. And hopefully I'll see you during the next one. And thank you. Trade patient, be consistent, and bye for now.